Welcome to Emotionally Balanced with Dido Balla, where we make emotional regulation easy and accessible for you and everyone. Join me and my guests for real conversations and practical tools to help you navigate life's ups and downs with confidence, calm, and clarity. Welcome to Emotionally Balanced with Dido Balla. I'm Dido Balla, your host. I'm so grateful you're here. If you're here because you know me, thanks for showing up. If you are here and you're brand new, I appreciate you showing up. This is episode number 1 of the podcast. And the goal of the podcast is for me to take everything I've learned over the past 15 and 10 years, educating people around emotional intelligence, around emotional regulation, around how to understand how your feelings work and impact how your behavior shows up, to teach you, the audience, how to learn very specific, simple, easy skills and tips that you can use every single day to improve your life, to live a more fulfilled life. And for the past 10 years, I've spent most of my time teaching people how to understand how their brains work, how their emotions work, and leveraging that to affect their behavior. And after doing that work with people from all around the country in the US and all around the world, the most important skill that I have figured people should learn is emotional regulation. What that means is just the ability to shift your emotional stage from unsettled to settled, from triggered to non-triggered, to out of control to in control, but to do it at will, right? Everybody knows how to regulate their emotions somehow. But the goal here is to learn how to do it at will, on demand, when you want it, when you need it. And if you can learn how to do that, I posit that your life is going to dramatically improve. And my goal with this podcast is going to be to have conversations with guests who are experts in the field of psychology and neuroscience and education, etc., and break down what they've learned into simple tools that you can use every single day. And today's episode is a solo one just because it's the introduction. But next one is going to be with an amazing guest, Major Renea Peterson, who's an amazing mentor, big sister to me. She works for law enforcement, has done so for 26 years, but she's also somebody who works in mindfulness. We have episodes with neuroscientists and psychologists, educators, entrepreneurs. I can't wait. We'll also have episodes with my sisters, my brother, people who are important in my life with whom I'm having very interesting conversations. So I can't wait for you to tune in. The one thing on top of this I want to share today is that over the 10 years that I have focused on emotional regulation specifically, I have developed what I call the emotion regulation cycle. I want to introduce that to you today. So this is a cycle through which I view all my emotional experience, and it has 4 specific sections. The first one is your sensations. The second one is your emotions. Third one is your thoughts. Then fourth is your actions. So your sensations are the signals that your brain sends your body. These don't have to actually mean anything. It's just your brain sends a signal to your chest or to your stomach, and you feel the tingling inside. It doesn't really mean anything. That's a sensation. From the sensation, you have the emotions. The emotions is the meaning you assign to the sensation. So if the sensation was a tightness in the chest or something in your throat, and you decide that means you feel nervous or anxious, that is, you assigning meaning to it. Because think about it. Somebody can feel tightness in the chest before a performance, and they can feel the emotion of anxiety or excitement. You see, the meaning changes. And from the emotions, you go into your thoughts, and the thoughts are the internal narratives that we keep inside about ourselves. So for the person who decided that they were anxious because they felt tightness in their throat or the chest, the narrative becomes, I am somebody who is anxious when it comes to performing. For the person who thought it meant excitement, it may mean when I'm about to go speak and perform, I feel excited. That becomes an internal narrative in your mind, and that leads to actions, and those actions then are your behaviors. So the person who thought that they are anxious and aren't comfortable speaking in public, the action may then be in the future avoiding opportunities to speak in public, when the person who thought that they were excited when they felt the tightness in their chest or their throat. and they had the internal narrative of, I'm somebody who loves to speak in public. The actions may be pursuing more and more such opportunities. So this cycle is the cycle through it. I'll view every single emotional experience that I have, and it has been tremendously helpful to me. And I hope it will be helpful to you as well. Throughout every single episode, as much as I can, in the conversations, I'm going to dig a little deeper into this emotional regulation cycle and hopefully teach some of the tools I have learned over the past 10 years myself. I'm going to keep this one short. I am so grateful that you're here. Next episode is going to drop, I believe, tomorrow with Major Renea. Then we have the next one with Abdul. There's so much coming up. I'm grateful you're here. This is going to be an amazing journey. My goal is to make sure that you understand that everybody has access to emotion regulation. This is not for the chosen few. It is not for the folks who have trainings or are going to retreat. It is for every single human being. If you are alive and if you are breathing, you have the tools to regulate your emotions and to live a life that is more on your terms, a life that is more aligned with the goals that you have, a life where you could navigate life's ups and downs with confidence, calm, and clarity. I can't wait for you to join in. Thanks for being here.